So you've been exploring some really interesting corners of the internet for travel tips, haven't you? Those Reddit threads, they can be real gold mines.
Oh, absolutely.
You're looking to, cut through all the noise and just get straight to the stuff that actually makes your trips smoother, more enjoyable, maybe.
Exactly. Without getting bogged down for hours in forums.
Right. So think of this deep dive as like your personalized travel cheat sheet, packed with those, oh, I wish I'd known that kind of moments.
And it's all sourced directly from, well, from real travelers on Reddit. You flagged a fantastic piece from Daily Passport.
Yeah, they did the heavy lifting, right?
They really did. Sifted through, I think it said over 15,000 travel communities on Reddit.
Wow.
Yeah, to pull out 10 travel hacks that people genuinely swear by. It's like tapping into this huge pool of travel wisdom.
A global brain trust almost.
Kind of distilled into practical advice. Stuff to make your journeys, less stressful, maybe more fun.
Okay, 10 solid takeaways, no filler. Just the kind of tips that make you nod and think, huh, that's actually pretty clever.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just dive right in. The first one tackles, I think, one of the biggest travel hassles, lugging your stuff everywhere.
Ah, yes. Shipping your luggage ahead.
Exactly.
And what's really interesting here isn't just the obvious convenience. It's the mental shift.
How do you mean?
Well, imagine starting your trip totally unburdened. You're navigating the airport, public transport, without that extra weight. Literally and figuratively, right?
Yeah, I can see that.
There was a Reddit user, NedMG, shared their experience in Japan, used the Takahaiban service. Shipped luggage Tokyo to Kyoto for, I think it was around $17.
$17, seriously?
Yeah. Makes you think, what's the actual value of just feeling that lightness, that ease, when you first arrive somewhere new?
That's a really good point. And it's not just within a country, is it?
No, no. Services like Send My Bag, they do international shipping too.
So it really opens up the possibility of a much smoother start and end to your trip.
Especially when you're most tired, usually.
Totally. How much more, present could you be in those first few hours if you weren't wrestling suitcases?
That's a great way to put it, being present. And speaking of knowing where your things are, or at least where they should be.
Ah, the next hack.
Exactly. Using a tracker like an AirTag. It's a tiny piece of tech, but offers, well, a surprising amount of reassurance.
Definitely feels like a modern travel essential for a lot of people now. These little Bluetooth trackers, Apple AirTag, Tile.
They're like a digital security blanket for your valuables.
Yeah.
Just gives you that extra layer of awareness.
Yeah.
And it's not just about the big nightmare like lost luggage at the airport, though that's huge.
Sure.
Think about the smaller stresses. There's another Redditor, Dry Dependent 6854. They talked about being at Mont Saint-Michel in France.
Okay.
Huge parking lot.
Yeah.
Totally confusing with hedges and sections everywhere. Lost their car.
Oh, no. That's the worst feeling.
Right. But luckily, they had an AirTag in their backpack. Found the car pretty quickly. It just shows how these things can stop those little panic moments that can really derail your day.
It's those little bits of reassurance, isn't it?
Yeah.
They add up. Okay, shifting gears a bit. From high tech to something incredibly simple but apparently vital.
Uh-huh. Ziploc bags?
Ziploc bags. Okay.
You might look at one and think, what's the big deal? But the number of uses Reddit users came up with, it's actually quite insightful.
Right, like Pure Remote 961 Twin considers them essential for reasons you might not even think of immediately.
Exactly. Like keeping those hotel remotes contained. You know how grimy they could feel sometimes?
Ugh, yes. Good point. Little germ barrier.
Or separating damp or dirty clothes from your clean stuff.
Mhm.
Total game changer for keeping your suitcase smelling, well, not awful.
Definitely. I always do that.
And beyond that,
Yeah.
makeshift cold packs if you need one, emergency waterproof storage for your phone if it starts pouring,
Oh, good one.
or just organizing little things, chargers, loose change, whatever. The consensus seems to be pack different sizes. You'll find a use.
Okay, noted. Pack Ziplocs. Next up, a tip that can be a genuine lifesaver when you're exploring somewhere new.
Offline maps.
Yes. Staying oriented even when the Wi-Fi just disappears.
Precisely. As Reddit user ChipJo pointed out, relying only on having internet when you travel, especially in rural areas or internationally, it's risky.
Yeah, losing service right when you need directions is not fun.
No. And fumbling for a signal, trying to figure out which way to go,
Yeah.
it just adds stress.
Thankfully, most map apps make it pretty easy now, don't they? Downloading maps for offline use.
Yeah, Google Maps, for example, it's just a few taps.
Mhm.
Profile picture, offline maps, select the area you need. Done.
And the level of detail is often pretty amazing, too.
It really is. It's not just roads. You often get hiking trails, points of interest, even things like emergency medical centers, Mark.
Yeah.
It's like having a detailed local map right in your pocket, no data needed, which is incredibly empowering when you're exploring independently.
That's fantastic. Okay, now let's talk about something that massively impacts your whole travel experience. Sleep. Getting decent sleep.
Ah, yes. And a surprisingly popular Reddit hack for this. Packing your own pillowcase.
Your own pillowcase. Okay, tell me more. It sounds a bit particular.
It might seem unusual at first glance, but think about it from the perspective of Reddit user NinjaCatWV. It's partly personal comfort, having something familiar,
Sure, I get that.
but there are practical hygiene benefits too.
Mm.
And think about how many people cycle through hotel rooms. Bedding gets laundered, of course, but
But your own pillowcase is an extra layer of, well, personal cleanliness right against your face.
exactly. And for anyone with allergies, bringing your own hypoallergenic pillowcase could make a huge difference to your sleep quality.
That makes total sense. And I guess it could help prevent skin irritation or breakouts too, sleeping on a surface you know is clean and works for your skin.
Right. It's a small effort, potentially, for a big comfort payoff.
It really highlights how those small comforts from home can matter so much when you're somewhere unfamiliar.
Definitely. Okay, so let's move from sleep to staying refreshed. And a key Reddit tip here is about being smart with bottled water.
Oh, yeah, those airport and tourist trap water prices are painful. They can really add up. So what's the Reddit strategy?
Well, one clever tip came from contributor Doziness. Check the hotel fitness center.
The gym.
Yeah. Often they have complimentary water bottles there. It's a little perk that's easy to miss.
That's smart, taking advantage of the amenities.
And then the obvious one, but it's crucial. Carry a reusable water bottle.
Right, and actually use the refill stations. Airports have them after security, lots of attractions, hotels.
Make it a habit. And investing in one of those lightweight, TSA-friendly roll-up water bottles, that's a pro move. Save space in your bag.
Minimal investment, pays off in cost savings, and less plastic waste.
Exactly. It's a win-win.
Definitely. Okay, picture this. You've arrived somewhere new, you're hungry, you get a menu, and it's all in a language you don't recognize.
Been there.
Fear not. Reddit has a tech solution. Camera translation apps.
This tech is, well, it's pretty remarkable now. User interview at the Ruins specifically recommended the Google Camera app for Android.
Okay.
Apparently, it often has a built-in translate function. You just point your camera at the text.
And it translates right on the screen.
Overlays it. Super handy.
What about for us iOS users?
There are great standalone apps, too. Something like Speak and Translate was mentioned, supports like over 100 languages.
Wow.
And crucially, often offers offline translation, which is invaluable if your connection is spotty. Think how much easier that makes menus, street signs, labels in a shop.
It really empowers you to explore more confidently, doesn't it?
Totally. Breaks down a major barrier.
That's a fantastic tool. All right, from deciphering languages to making the airport experience maybe a bit more civilized.
Ah, the airport lounge day pass.
Yes. Is it worth it?
Well, for many people, airports can be chaotic, loud, and expensive places just to sit and wait.
Tell me about it.
So Reddit user Sent suggests that buying a day pass to an airline lounge can actually be surprisingly cost-effective.
Yeah.
And way more comfortable than the gate or an overpriced airport restaurant.
Okay, interesting. Give me an idea of the value proposition. What do you get?
Okay, so take a United Club day pass. Sometimes you can find them for around $59, provided you have a same-day United boarding pass.
Right.
And that often gets you complimentary food, drinks including alcoholic, sometimes more comfortable seating, decent Wi-Fi, cleaner restrooms, maybe even workspaces.
When you think about what just one meal and a couple drinks can cost in the main terminal.
Exactly. $50 plus tip. Easy. Suddenly that $59 pass looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It really does. What's the general price range for these things?
It varies, depends on the lounge, the airport. But typically maybe $25 on the low end, up to $100 perhaps.
Okay.
Worth checking online beforehand or even on the day. And like you mentioned earlier with the water bottle trick.
Ah, travel credit cards.
Yeah, some of them include lounge access as a perk. Always worth checking your card benefits.
Good tip. Okay, next up, something focused on just keeping hold of your stuff, making sure it arrives with you.
Choosing luggage that stands out.
Not the standard black roller bag then.
Please no. The Reddit travel forums are just full of horror stories. Lost luggage, someone grabbing the wrong bag. It's a total pain.
I bet.
So the core advice is simple. Make your bag unique, easy to spot, Hard to mistake.
How unique are we talking?
Well, Reddit contributor Vegetable Nomad went all out. They intentionally bought, in their words, the ugliest luggage they could find.
Oh, really? What was it?
Bright lime green with a zebra print.
Okay, that would stand out.
Apparently no one ever accidentally grabbed it. And, it probably makes it less appealing to thieves, too.
Fair point. But if zebra print isn't your style.
Right. Simpler things work, too. Bold stickers, wrap some colorful duct tape around the handle, use a really distinctive luggage strap or cover.
Just something to make it instantly yours on the carousel.
Exactly. Arriving without your stuff can just throw a massive wrench in your plans. Making it stand out is a worthwhile, easy step.
Makes sense. And finally, the last hack. This one is about easing that slightly depressing feeling when the vacation's over.
The post-vacation blues. Reddit recommends a thoughtful pre-trip prep for this one. Come back to a clean house.
Oh, I love this one. There is nothing worse than walking back into chaos after a great trip.
Absolutely kills the vibe, doesn't it?
So what are the specifics from Reddit?
User Priya suggested doing a proper deep clean before you even leave. And top priority, fresh sheets on the bed.
Oh, yes. Imagine walking in after a long travel day. Clean house, fresh bed. That sounds amazing.
Just lets you relax and hold on to that vacation feeling a little bit longer, right? A gentler re-entry.
Definitely a smoother transition back to reality.
And some other users took it even further. Suggested preparing some easy meals in advance and freezing them.
Smart. Like what?
Lasagna was mentioned a lot.
Right.
Pop it in the oven that first night back. No cooking stress, just enjoying that post-vacation glow.
It's all about setting yourself up for a stress-free return. I like it.
Yeah.
So there we have it, 10 really practical travel hacks, straight from the hive mind of the Reddit travel community.
All curated to make your next adventure, hopefully, a bit easier, a bit more enjoyable.
It's amazing how these seemingly small tips can add up, isn't it? Hope you listening have had a few of those aha moments.
And feel maybe a bit more prepared for your next trip, wherever that might be taking you.
Yeah, and it really just underscores what an incredible resource shared online knowledge is these days.
It really does. With so many travelers sharing their fixes and finds. It kind of makes you wonder, doesn't it? Beyond these very practical tips, what deeper insights are hiding in there? Like, what does this collective wisdom tell us about what modern travelers really prioritize, or the challenges they face navigating this super interconnected world? It's definitely some food for thought for your next journey.
Both online and off. Good
Yeah.
point.